Hey guys, g'day. Welcome to DBK Welding Caps. Today we're going to do a short video on our paper patterns. These paper patterns can be purchased from our website or our Etsy store. Once you purchase it, you'll get an email with a hyperlink on it. Click on the hyperlinks and download this document. Store it anywhere you want, where you can get to it as many times as you need to make as many welding caps as you want in your favorite colors and favorite fabrics. So this is a 13-page document. The first 5 pages will have the written instructions step by step with images on how to make the garment. The following 8 are the pattern pieces that you'll need to tile together and then cut out so you can place them on your fabric. This pattern can be printed at home on standard copy paper. It's 8.5 inch by 11 inch, so there's no specialty printing required. You don't need to go anywhere to print this out. You can do it at home. Now, there's a couple of things I do want to point out here. The first one is when you do print this paper pattern, check your printer settings. Make sure it says actual size, not fit to page. Fit to page is going to shrink the pattern down, so you're not going to have the right dimensions for the size cap that you're trying to make. So very important, that one. I fall victim to that myself quite a lot. Just check the printer settings so that's actual size. The other thing is yardage. This pattern does require width of fabric 1/4 yard. You can't use a 1/8 or a fat quarter on this pattern because it's not wide enough to get a single cut for the band. So having said that, let's move on. Here are the pattern instructions with images. I drew these images myself, so if they're not, perfect, please be kind. Here are the first 2 pattern pieces that we really need to look at. Every pattern piece here will give you seam allowance. It'll give you a grain line. The grain line refers to the stretch of the fabric, the direction that the stretch should be going in. It will give you the size of the pattern that you ordered. And it also tells you how many pieces of fabric you need to cut with this pattern piece. The other thing is, this on the panels, you have an option of 3. You can have a short cap, a medium cap, or a long cap. And what that refers to is, if you like your cap to sit just above your ears or just touching your ears, you would cut the 6.5 inch length. But if you like a cap that goes halfway down your ears or a little more, you'd cut the 7.5 inch long length. That's pretty much it. Other than that, just cut around the black line in the size that you desire. Next, we have the peaks. We give you 2 options in the peaks. I don't know if I can fit all this in the camera. Let me try. Is this going to fit? Let's go down here. Up there. There we go. Okay, you get 2 options. There we go. You get 2 options. You get a standard peak, which is 3 inches from the top to bottom, and then you get a deep peak, which is 4 inches from top to bottom. You wouldn't think that 1 inch would make a difference, but it really does when you're wearing it. The 4 inch will definitely cover the neck, the ears, and any part of the collar when you're wearing it, where the 3 inch will sit either just on or just above the collar. So it's whatever you prefer. The other option is with the peaks, we also give you length, 3 different length options. You can have a short, a medium, or a long, and it's about a 1/2 inch difference by the time you make the cap. So if you like the cap, the peak to sit just behind your ears, but not touching your ears, you would make a short cap length of 8.5 by 4 inches. But if you like it to be touching or overlapping your ears on both sides, you'd make a long length at 9.5 inch. So there's one more pattern piece here that we need to look at, and that is the band. Okay. Now the band has the same information on it as the other pattern pieces. It has the grain line, has the seam allowance, has how many times you need to cut it, has the size. But it also has the center fold. When you purchase fabric, it's folded in half. So once you've cut this pattern piece out, this center fold will be placed up against the folded fabric edge. So when you go to cut this band out, you're only cutting 3 sides. So other than that, all you need to do is tile these pages together. Once you've made your decisions on the size and the widths of the pieces that you want, cut them out. So to tile these together, all you need to do is cut along this line here on both sides, use a piece of sticky tape to put them together, matching tops and bottom lines on each of the pattern pieces, and then cut out the actual pattern piece. So in the case of the band, this is what it will look like by the time you've cut it all out. I've just used some sticky tape to hold it together in the center, and then I've cut out the band. Hope that helps you out. See you in the next video.